Korman. I'm the co-founder at Striveworks and the Chief Science Officer. I'm going to be talking about Valor, which is our open source model evaluation service. And so it handles the whole model evaluation process for data science teams. Organizations spend a lot of time and money building and deploying models. And so it's important to have some measure, some process where you can evaluate how well your model is doing. And ideally, you want a quantitative measure, such as the evaluation metrics you get from Valor, so that you can see if you're getting a return of investment. The model evaluation process starts by running inference of your model on relevant data, and then it compares the performance of the output of your model with underlying ground truth and computes things such as accuracy or precision or recall or an object detection, things like average precision. So maybe if you already had a pipeline set up to do model evaluation, likely for each evaluation, you're rerunning data through the model and repeating computations when you then want to evaluate against a subset of the data. And that's very expensive nowadays when you're using, all these LLMs are very popular, these other foundational models. If you're using a third-party API, you're paying money per request. If you're using, if you're hosting this yourself on a cloud provider, cloud compute, especially for GPUs, which are often necessary to get decent speed from these models, those are expensive. If you're self-hosting, on-prem, then you need to buy GPUs. Those are expensive. And so you never want to rerun the same data through a model. And so Valor stores all these model inferences. And so if you rerun an evaluation or change the settings of an evaluation or choose a subset, you don't have to recompute inference. And so that saves you time because the evaluation is much quicker because it's skipping that step, and obviously saves you money as well. Without Valor or a similar service, data teams are often doing model evaluation in a very non-repeatable and non-auditable way. So a data scientist is grabbing a model, doing an evaluation on their machine, or maybe in a Jupyter notebook, and then they're storing that number, that accuracy, maybe in a spreadsheet that's being shared with the organization, or in a report or Confluence page, or in an email. And so, when you do that, it's hard to trust that, right? It's very error prone. You're copying and pasting values. You use auditability and lineage. It's hard to see unless you documented very well exactly what went into that model performance computation. What exactly was underlying data set? What were the parameters of that evaluation? That often gets lost. And then also discoverability. By not having a central location for storing evaluation metrics, if you come back at a later time, months or years later, and you want to know how well this model did, finding where that is recorded is often difficult. Data teams can access Valor by going to our GitHub repository for it, which is open to the public repository. We have a variety of ways that you can install Valor. And so we'd really just love to see people, take it out for a test drive, integrate it into their workflows. And, we welcome all feedback and are very happy to help people get set up and running with it.